So, Deb, when are you going to pick a Deb's planning?
I will pick one tonight.
Okay.
And I will let y'all know.
Good.
You hear that, Cowboy?
It better be a good movie too.
Yes.
Yes.
Hopefully.
My palate has been changed since Dead Rising, so it better be good.
You're thinking of the video game Dead Rising. It's Evil Dead Rise.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, then that's okay because I've been calling it Evil Dead Rises. And then somebody corrected me and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I better get that right.
Did I tell you that I hit record already?
No.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. There you go. Hey, the breaking news that we're just finding out now, and people are going to hear a week from now, so it's not that breaking news anyways. But yeah, Jenna Ortega from Wednesday, where we did you remember we recorded with Mers? We had Mers on here. Thank you, Cobweb, for getting him on the podcast. And we talked about Wednesday. Well, Jenna Ortega is going to be the daughter of Winona Ryder on Beetlejuice 2.
I can't wait.
And I don't mean Beetlejuice 2 as in Beetlejuice also, but I mean like 2 as in 1, 2, part 2.
Oh man. I might have to pick up a call. I might have to make a call out there to LA.
For Mers or for Michael Keaton?
For both. Have both of them.
Both if I can.
Yeah.
Both of them on the podcast.
I got to check my Rolodex for Michael Keaton. I ain't hit him off in a minute.
Oh, I got him on my speed dial right here. Hold on. He's number 3,432. Uncle Mike.
Uncle Mike.
Uncle Mike.
Oh my God.
Uncle Bruce Wayne.
Hey. Hey, so we supposed to be doing a movie. What movie are we doing today?
Bro. We're Renfield. Nicolas Cage as Dracula. Hold on, before we get into it, want to let everybody know that you can find us on social media at Cast of the Pod. That's Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Most importantly, shout out to Club 3P. That's our Patreon pod people over at patreon.com/castofthepod. If you need that direct, quick info from Cobweb, you can hit him up at Cobweb411. And I know there were commercials at the beginning of this. If you sign up on Patreon, you don't get any of the commercials. And I know last week's episode had some commercials during it. On Patreon, you don't get it. But even if you don't buy Patreon, if you don't put money into it, all you got to do is hit the 30-second speed up. Just skip past the commercials. We don't have those commercials locked where you have to hear them like on YouTube or anything like that. You can just skip past them. Don't tell any of the people paying us for that. But yeah.
Deb, what happened?
I don't know.
We had this dude straighten out and look at this now.
Well, no, because no, check it out. I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts and I'm like, these damn commercials. And I'm like, oh, wait, 30-second skip. Oh, yeah, there it's done.
Yeah, but that's how we get paid.
Josh.
What?
Hit the intro.
Before the intro, one more thing.
What?
Do you know?
You can't before the intro.
Yeah,
intro.
One more thing before the warning. They can go to ninjatransfers.com/castofthepod. And it's either like $10 off or like 10% off. Yeah. We have an affiliate account, ninjatransfers.com/castofthepod. See, now we're like a real podcast because we have type in keyword cast of the pod. Even though we're realer than the real.
We're the realest.
Wow. That's some real shit though.
Yeah. But you know what?
But Josh.
We also got in a new shirt.
Yeah. But no.
Can you please allow me to do the one thing I enjoy every week?
What's that?
Josh.
Yes, sir.
Hit the intro.
Warning. This podcast is about the horror genre, specifically horror films. As most horror movies are filled with coarse language, violence and/or gore, the topics and language of the cast of the pod will also reflect the genre. If you have any issues with the aforementioned warnings, please press stop. However, if you have no issue with adult language, movie violence, or the accoutrement that accompanies horror films, please feel free to continue. You have been warned.
There we
Yeah,
go.
what happened?
You happy now?
No. What happened?
What's going on? What I miss out on?
Right. He was so smooth last week, right?
Yep, he was.
Yep. And then today it's just like,
So, what our pod people don't know is that we're a day behind on recording because something came up yesterday, so we didn't get to record yesterday. And then last night, as Deb and I were trying to sleep, this major, massive weather event, I won't even say storm, weather event hit us in San Antonio and lost power all over the city, and our house was one of the ones that was affected. So we were up like 3 o'clock in the morning, all up until it's time to wake up at 5 for work, because we wake up at 5 a.m. for the day job because we don't have enough Patreon pod people yet to where we still have the day job. But yeah, and it was like an oven in our house. We're just baking, had windows open and all that. Couldn't open all the windows because all the rain that was coming in at weird angles, but that's how it is.
San Antonio 11.
Yep. No, I think that all this rain was coming out because they knew we were going to be talking about the newest creature feature Universal monster movie out. I thought you were going to say it, Dan.
What?
Renfield.
Oh.
Nicolas Cage as Dracula. I don't know. I'm looking at Cobweb's face right here on Zoom, and I don't know where we're going.
Hey, I know exactly where we're going. I mean, I'm not going to be all shy about it, but we're going to keep it real. Just keep it real, Josh.
All right.
Keep
So
it going.
let me read this. Directed by Chris McKay. Writers Ryan Ridley, Robert Kirkman, Ava Tramer. Starring Nicholas Hoult. That's the guy from what movie was it, Deborah?
Warm Bodies.
Warm Bodies, where he was a thinking zombie. Aquafina, and Nicolas Cage. And to me, I'm gonna say this right now at the beginning. Nicolas Cage can easily step into the shoes as a modern actor of Bela Lugosi, of Christopher Lee, and become one of, if not the definitive version of that Dracula.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
Dude, Nicolas Cage will show up and do any movie that you want for a $25 coupon for a steak on the Las Vegas Strip.
Why are you talking crap
Why are you
about him? We just barely started.
We haven't even got into how amazingly awesome this movie is. And you talking shit.
I'm just messing with you, dude. I'm just messing with you. I wanted to see your face turn a different color. That's all. Look at the stutter step.
I wasn't even going to tell you how we are closely tied to Nicolas Cage.
Really?
Yes.
You're tied to Nicolas Cage?
We're like this as I do my cross finger symbol on Zoom and nobody else can see it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend. I didn't mean to offend the family.
We
of
go,
the Cages.
We go way back with Nicolas Cage.
Like how far back? Like, Cribs, Pacifier?
I wouldn't say Cribs. But do I tell him the story? Do we say that here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna ask you if we could say the story.
This is a freebie then. It's not even gonna be on the Patreon / Cast of the Pod. This is how far back we go with Nicolas Cage. It was when George Lucas re-released Star Wars: A New Hope. When Han didn't shoot first You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they fucked it up and made Han a good guy,
Yeah.
and they put that whack ass Jabba the Hutt in there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
that total suck.
so
But keep it going.
We're waiting in line, and right next to us, there's this weird guy with long hair and a goatee that didn't match his hair. And me and Deb are talking, and we're talking about this scene in Star Wars that's like a little faux pas, little Easter egg, little mess up scene towards the end. And he was like, "What?" And I said, "Yeah." And as I'm looking at him and as I'm talking to him and telling him about the scene, I'm not going to say the scene. We'll save that for something later on, maybe on Bucket of Popcorn. But he's like, "No way." And I'm looking at him, and his chin beard is peeling off. It's an applique.
Oh.
And so as we're bullshitting and this and that, he goes, "I don't believe you, but we'll see." Right? And he pays
Right.
for our tickets to see the movie. And I'm telling Deborah, this is Nicolas Cage. At the same time, this is when there was like a Hollywood rock and roll and all that down here.
It
Remember?
was like the grand
Yeah.
opening.
It was like Schwarzenegger and Stallone and you know, so and he was in town. And so right before we well, I forgot to say why he paid for us. As I'm talking to him, I'm telling him like this. I'm rubbing the side of my chin beard, and he's just looking at me like, "What are you doing?" And I'm telling him, your spirit gum, you know, the spirit gum that holds the appliques down. I said it's
Right.
it's lifting, and he goes, "Oh," and he pats it down and he's holding it. He's like, "Thank you." And that when we
Okay.
get up in line, that's when I guess that's why he paid for our tickets. Anyway, so the scene happens in the movie, and then he's like, "Oh man, you know, I can't believe it, blah 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 blah," and it was Nicolas Cage. That's his,
What's
yeah.
up?
Ever since then, yeah, we've never talked to him ever again.
But we're close.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But you're close now.
But
Yeah.
we're close.
Okay.
We're like,
All right. I don't
this.
feel as bad right now. I don't feel as bad right now.
We're like this.
Yeah, I heard that the Beastie Boys used to do that exact same thing.
They used to hang out with Nicolas
Oh,
Cage in
I
Star
was
Wars
listening.
movies.
No, they used to put on these crazy fools. Oh no, that would be funny though.
Yeah, he pays for their tickets too.
Right. But they would dress up in these crazy costumes and go around town and do things that normal people would do. So they
That's
wouldn't
cool.
be recognized.
See, yeah, we need to be like super famous, where not infamous, but famous, where we have to go in disguises
Well, if
to
we
do
were
stuff.
if we
Oh,
were
that's so badass.
infamous, it would be more than famous.
Oh yes. Do you get that, Cobweb?
Yeah, but if you're infamous, there's a bit of a negative edge to that.
He hasn't seen the movie
Which movie is this?
Three Amigos.
Oh my god, dude! I haven't seen that movie in decades.
Anyways, we're talking about the 2023 horror film, which is now in my opinion, spoiler alert, I'm going to give it a high rating at the end of the pod. Instant modern classic, Renfield.
Spoiler alert! I'm not going to give it a high rating at the end of the pod.
Oh, we are going to fight. We're going to fight. We're gonna have to involve some hands on this one. This
It is what it
motherfucker-
is.
I don't know, man. I don't know. This might
I
be
mean,
the
Josh, what did
last
you?
episode.
I mean, Josh,
last
I
episode
get
of
it.
Face the Pod.
I get it. It's Nicolas Cage, and he's playing Dracula, in this movie. Wait, did you read the IMDb?
No, I did not. Renfield.
Yeah, read that
Dracula-
thing off, man.
Renfield, Dracula's henchman, an inmate at a lunatic asylum for decades, longs for a life away from the Count, his various demands, and all of the bloodshed that comes with them. I know why you didn't like this movie.
Why?
Why?
Because you are on the wrong side of our debate about unlimited, unearthly power.
No,
Yep, I guarantee it. Yep.
not that. I didn't get that.
I mean,
didn't get that.
the only other reason to maybe not like this movie is because Aquafina was in it.
Oh, the casting.
What?
Yeah, she was the only bad part of the movie.
Jeez. Really?
No, not really.
The bugs.
She actually did
The
really
bugs.
good.
The bugs.
What about the bugs?
Bugs.
They
You
gave
know.
him power.
Wait. Do you know in real life, in the real world, there is a Renfield? Is it Renfield's disease or Renfield's syndrome? Where people actually clinically think they're vampires. And they gain power through blood, through animals. And the character of Renfield ate insects. What's wrong with eating the bugs? Tell. So those of y'all who haven't seen the movie yet, and I highly, highly suggest that you see this movie.
Yes, me too.
And if I guarantee you, if you watch this movie for free somewheres and you don't like it, I will refund you your free.
Yeah.
Now I learned about giving money away because I still owe Brendan from Upkick MMA. I still owe him $10. So I'm not gonna be.
Still ain't caught that up.
I'm not gonna be giving money out for free no more on the podcast. So when I'm asking for money and shit.
Jeez.
We're broke.
Oh my goodness.
We're broke.
This is true.
Over here on this site, we're broke.
We're working on this podcast, man. This is a lot of effort, man. You know, and Josh is running thin.
No, yeah.
You know,
There's not many things thin about Josh. I mean
those
that,
are your words, not mine.
I mean that in a positive and a negative, but
Oh shit.
but all right, for those of y'all that hadn't seen this movie yet, it starts off basically telling the black and white story, the universal story of Dracula, and they overlap his face over Bela Lugosi, over Christopher Lee, and it fits perfectly. And they're telling the story of Dracula, and you see now that Dracula is just drunk with power. He likes fucking stuff up, and then Dracula, vampire hunters track him down, and he ends up winning, but he ends up getting hurt, and they have to move to a different part of the world, and they start the cycle over and over and over again. And Renfield's already tired of all this senseless killing, his lack of morality, and he's hoping Dracula will change his ways, but Dracula's like, fuck that, I'm Dracula. Everybody needs to change their ways for me. I'm not changing for anybody else. That's almost a quote.
Yep.
You know what this story reminds me of?
And when you're Dracula, I mean, come on, you're Dracula.
What does this story
I
remind you
guess.
of, Cobweb?
It reminded me a lot of Vicious Fun, the concept behind it, with the support group and everything like that. You know, for the killer or whatever, something like that was going.
Well,
to
the thing on this
I had
is the thing on this one is Renfield goes to a support group, and it's a support group for.
Listen to what you just said. Listen to what you just said.
Renfield goes to a support group, and it's for the spouses, partners of narcissistic people. It's a support group for people that you know, have that partner that's just beating them down in life and taking advantage of them or whatever. So that's where he's at. But as he was there, he realizes, you know what? I don't want to kill innocent people anymore. So what I'll do is I'll kill the people that are hurting them, which is almost word for word paraphrasing me. You know, there's tons of bad people you can feed to Dracula. Give me a little bit of Dracula power. Anybody hearing this out there, you know, me and Deb will accept the mercenary life of you know, give me some Dracula power. I'm just saying.
Yep. I totally agree.
There's this one problem.
What's the problem?
It's called murder.
No, it's not. It's called food.
Yep. I mean, we
You're feeding him
we eat
people.
animals.
Yeah, we eat animals. I
We
like a
eat
lot of
cows
animals.
all the time. Pigs.
But
What'd
we
you
call
don't.
it?
We
Bacon?
don't. Because you're changing the pecking order. Okay, we're at the top of the food chain, like right around here. At this point,
Lions eat
now we got
people?
somebody else.
Yeah, lions eat people. You getting
Lion-
mad at lions?
Lions don't eat that many people. That's a proven
No.
fact.
I don't know.
They don't eat. They don't. People. There's less lion attacks than there are probably from hyenas.
Well, you getting mad at hyenas?
Yeah, you get mad at
No,
hyenas?
definitely more snake bites.
I mean,
What?
hyenas,
I don't
they
like
eat
them.
people and then they laugh after they eat
They
people.
laugh about it,
So, I mean,
Yeah, that's
it's the same
terrifying.
thing.
especially that one
Yeah.
hyena Ed.
Yep.
That's scary, right? Joker eating you to death and you laughing at you
laughing while you're
as he's
eating.
eating you.
Then even worse,
Laughing. Ooh.
as they're eating
Ooh.
you, they're eating you. They're talking shit about you with Whoopi Goldberg's voice.
Damn, they fell out of chair.
I did.
So this movie is not about Dracula.
It's about Renfield.
Dracula is a secondary character in this movie. Secondary to Renfield and secondary to Rebecca, which is played by Awkwafina.
But you know what?
What?
Look how fast Renfield was quickly replaced. Look how other people think the same way. As
Well, and
us.
then other people came in doing things the bad way,
Yeah.
the exactly how Dracula wanted it. And you're talking about Tedward. I knew his name was Ted, but did you know his name is Tedward?
Nope.
Tedward Lobo.
Oh my God. I
Yeah,
thought it was Teddy Lobo or something.
yeah, but
I hated his character.
he was great.
This
He
whole
was
movie
so
was great.
When they
slimy.
when they
He was
arrest
a
so
spoiled kid.
When
he
they-
was a spoiled kid. Well, not a kid, but he never grew up because he knew his
he
family.
was born into a mob family. No, but the thing is, when he gets arrested and he's in that interrogation room, and he's like, "Look, you want criminals? I'll give you criminals. Look, we just went and killed these guys over here because they stole our drugs. That's like a 2-for-1. Our drugs and murder. You know, just give me somebody to talk to." And then you see Awkwafina and Chris on the other side of the glass, and they're like, "Nobody's even in there yet. He hasn't even talked to anybody yet." And then the lawyer comes in. His lawyer comes in and says, "Let's go." And he walks out and he's like, "I didn't say shit." He goes, "And all of y'all, excuse me, but fuck y'all." And he
He's all,
flipped.
fuck you, fuck you.
What's that one kid that he always used that running joke? What was his name? Carl?
Oh yeah.
Or whatever. She's like, yeah. Fuck you, Carl.
She's like, I don't know if
Kevin.
y'all noticed.
It was Kevin.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
Kyle.
Kevin?
Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Yeah, fuck
Kyle.
you, Kyle.
And she goes, I don't know if you noticed, but he said fuck you to.
No. She says, "I don't know if you've noticed, but he just F you'd a room full of cops."
Yeah.
And she says, "You tell me F you all the time." She's like, "Fuck you, Kyle."
That was great. I was laughing so much at this movie.
I think
Oh.
this movie has comedy. This movie has drama. This movie has action. This movie has great effects. At the beginning of the
Look,
movie,
oh my God,
when
that
you first
sweater,
see, when you
that
see
sweater.
the sweater was horrible. But when you see the powder circle at the beginning, and the vampire hunter's like, "He's trapped in this circle, and we can kill him here, Renfield." And then Dracula looks at Renfield and he goes, "I'm your only friend. I'm the only one that understands you." And they're like, "No, Renfield, we can finally kill him. We can free you." And he goes, "As soon as I'm gone, they're going to lock you away for all the things that you've done for me. I'm your
He's telling the truth.
I'm
He
your
was.
only hope." And what does
He
Renfield
was.
do? He slips off his slide, and it just slides right through the dust circle that's on there, the powder circle on the ground. And Dracula turns to dust, turns to smoke, goes into the priest, the vampire hunter's mouth and nose, and it explodes from the inside.
That was awesome.
That was good stuff.
That was pretty hardcore.
That was good stuff.
It showed the true power of Dracula right there. You know, that he was really playing with them.
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yep.
You know, and his own pride, like you said, got the best of him, and that's how they ended up catching him, because he's a prideful son of a bitch.
Yep. So
I mean, you got a right to be. I mean, you are Count Dracula.
Dracula.
Yeah. That's a little. That name carries a little weight.
Man. So I already want to get to the Calculator Doom because I'm wondering what Cobweb, besides the horrible colorway pastel square print sweater, what didn't you like about it?
One, I did not like the that whole sweater thing. I didn't like the whole thing with the support group, really. I thought that was really lame, and it was like really stretched on throughout the movie. That was like kind of goofy. And then how he saved all the Dracula's blood and helped bring him back from the dead, and they're like all freaking out. You know, after they've been dead like a week.
Let's break those down. You didn't like the sweater. Well, Renfield, after he's kind of finally free, he gets his own apartment, his own studio apartment, and he's getting advice from his friends because he finally breaks down and testifies at his anonymous meeting. His I want to say Alcoholics Anonymous, but no, his support group. His support group, right? And so they're like, you should comb your hair. Have you ever heard of a brush? You should change your wardrobe out because everything he wears is dark brown, dark maroon, black, just very gothic type
Renfield
colors.
shit.
Yeah. So he switches to pastels. He went for a spring motif. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, I wouldn't wear it. I wouldn't wear it.
I wouldn't wear it. That's not my style right there.
And then the support group was him really just trying to entertain himself at first, and then he realizes that he needs help. And then after he realizes he needs help, he realizes he can help these people.
Yeah. I mean, it was okay. That's one thing.
I thoroughly.
I mean, I get it. What, do you really like the support group concept?
I loved everything about this movie. Everything.
Wow.
Everything.
Okay.
This is the best.
Even how she looked up the how to make that spell on what was she looked it up on Wiccan,
what was it, Wikipedia? Wiccan Wikipedia? Or Wiccan Twitter, something like that.
Yeah. She looked it up and used cocaine to do it.
I mean, it was a powder.
She didn't have any other powder.
They were in the evidence room, and they needed a power to make a circle to capture Dracula.
As long as you believe.
You know what? Okay, look. As I'm trying to get you to find stuff that you like about this, I will tell you something that I did not like about this.
Okay, go ahead.
When they kill Apache Joe, and then he feeds off of him, he's dead. He's missing a head, and then Dracula feeds from him. I do like from Interview with a Vampire that you can't drink dead blood.
And he didn't drink.
Well, he did spit it out. He was like, this is disgusting. This one doesn't even have a head.
Yep. So that kind of goes with that role.
And what about, I didn't understand the whole concept. What about when he was fighting them, because he wanted to come to his full potential, and he rips out Dracula's teeth, and then Dracula just regrows them and stuff like that,
Because he's Dracula.
Right.
He's not going to share. He's not going to trust anyone. He's the stone cold Steve Austin of Universal Monsters. And he's not going to give all his secrets up to his familiar. He's not going to tell him. He's going to let him think. You pull out my teeth and I'm weak. He's not going to tell him, you pull out my teeth, I'm just going to grow some more.
I can see that.
DTA. That's what I'm saying. Dun, 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 dun,
yeah,
dun,
especially
dun,
when you're
dun.
living a Dracula life.
Yeah.
Because, that's what you're doing out there. You're living that Drac life.
Yep.
It was some good fight scenes. I enjoyed them. I mean,
dude,
when he used the guy's arms, for like nunchucks, that was pretty cool.
That was awesome. He jumps down from the third story and then like just splashes through that other guy, kind of like on The Boys when A-Train runs through what's his name? No, what's his name's girlfriend?
Yeah.
And I can accept all the speed and power and agility that he has just from eating bugs because he has a small essence of Dracula. Just shows how much greater Dracula's powers are.
Yes, it really does.
And I mean, there's good, funny writing when Dracula's there and he got burnt up when they were fighting some vampire hunters and he's taking time to heal. And he tells them, he goes, I need pure blood. I need the souls of others. He goes, I need
The happy couple.
a happy couple. The ignorant tourists. I need, he goes, a handful of nuns. A busload of
school
cheerleaders.
bus full of cheerleaders.
That whole part right there, that was great.
He says it, and then 3 minutes later in the movie, he's at a bar and he sees the tourists, the couple, the nuns, and he's like, really? Really? And then the cheerleaders drive by and he's like, what the fuck? and then they threw in the scenes for people that are a little bit more sensitive, even though you're watching a Dracula movie. And he goes, are you looking for, he goes, cheerleaders. He's like, males or females? He goes, don't make it a sexual thing. It's the purity of cheerleaders.
Yes.
I eat milk.
He says,
blood.
no, he says, I eat girls. I eat boys. It doesn't matter.
He was all inclusive. There was no need for affirmative action with him.
Yep.
Yeah, they're.
It's all the same. It's all the same.
I'm pretty sure if we go back and look in the video on MTV, Dracula's in the background. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Yeah, the Dracula's in the video singing too.
And he looks like Nicolas Cage.
Yep.
You know why he looks like it's that goofy way his hairline looks. That's why.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
He was perfect.
The two of us, Cobweb, as gentlemen that have no hairlines, we cannot speak on Nicolas Cage's line.
No, I can't. I have a line of hair. It's way in the back.
me too. Oh, shit. Oh. Man, I know we're only 30 minutes into this, but I mean, I don't know. So awesome fight scenes, lots of blood. They go into an abandoned hospital, and he has this throne that's behind it is 100, 200 IV bags of blood because Dracula's trying to heal up. And then finally, when he comes back to full power, and that's the scene that you were talking about, kind of. And I'm glad it happened. Dracula goes up to the support group, and as he steps up, his foot's about to cross the threshold, about to get across the line, and Renfield has this look on his face like, I'm safe here. And then as soon as he says that, the damn organizer of the support group, he's like, come on in.
Yep.
He audibly welcomes Dracula. And that was another scene later on in the movie when Renfield has his own apartment and Dracula's in the apartment. And he's looking at him like, how the fuck did you get in here? And then the camera cuts to the front of his apartment, and he has a floor mat that says welcome.
Yeah.
And then Renfield's like, oh yeah.
He should have known that.
Yeah.
He should have known that.
But he was confused.
Come on now. He knew that.
No.
He was happy.
He was happy. He was confused. He was wearing that paisley, what's the word I'm looking for? Pastel
shirt,
sweater, and he had Aquafina on his mind.
Yep.
Hey, what about that part when Drax, he came up with that idea that how he was going to take over the world for the world domination? And he said, yeah, you're going to be part of it too. And you saw like the whole frame, and he just had his name just on a piece of paper, just put it up to the side.
Dracula with a post-it note and Renfield.
Yeah. It just looked like it's like out of a paper bag.
You know what makes this movie even better?
What?
Nicolas Cage has always wanted to play Dracula. Nicolas Cage does not take movies where he's not the main actor or his character is not the main character, and he wanted to play this version of Dracula so much, and they let him do it his favorite way, the Christopher Lee way. He was like, I'm there. Let's do this.
Oh
He
man,
did amazing.
you know, he was all right.
What's the best thing you've ever seen Nicolas Cage in?
It's that Con Air.
Con Air was awesome. Face Off, awesome.
Face Off with John Travolta, that was okay.
There were he wasn't acting like Nicolas Cage in this movie. He was Dracula in this movie. The one scene when he does the metal devil horns with his hands and he says Hail Satan, that looked like it was an ad-lib Nicolas Cage or something like that scene. But that was the only time he wasn't in Dracula character. Every moment that he was in character, he was Dracula. To me, Nicolas Cage's Dracula. How many times am I going to say Dracula? Nicolas Cage's version of Vlad the Impaler, to me, is now at the same level of Michael Keaton as Batman. Michael Keaton.
Just stop it.
Michael
Stop
Keaton
it.
is Batman.
Oh, my
Michael
God.
Keaton is Batman. He is Bruce
No.
Wayne. Nicolas Cage is Dracula. Period. Case
Are you
closed.
serious?
Done. We're done for the day. Warning.
No way. Deb, get your boy.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree
Oh.
with them.
Ugh.
I agree. This movie was. I'm sitting here while y'all talking, trying to think of what I didn't like of the movie. And I'm like, okay, there's this part, and then I'm like, no, well, not really, because it fits. And I would have to say that the only thing I didn't like about this movie is when Dracula did the devil horn thing at the end. That was like the only thing I didn't like about the movie.
And what about her sister? How did she just end up kidnapped and
See, that's what I was trying to get to. This is in the movie when he goes in and he's welcomed into the support group. What does he do? He kills everybody. No mercy. Kills everybody in the support group. And yes, at the end of the movie, they come back to life because he has Dracula blood. He has a Tupperware pitcher of Dracula's blood. And it's got masking tape on it and it says Dracula's blood. Very
sitting at the table next to the donuts.
very Looney Tunes. Yeah, very Looney Tunes, Michael's secret sauce. Or what was it, Michael's Space Jam? Was it secret sauce?
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, that's some old junk right there.
Yeah. So it was very much that, and he brought them back. But it's not like, have you ever seen The Meg? We need to do The Meg, Deb.
Yes. Have you seen
Have
it?
you
Yeah.
seen The Meg?
Yeah, I've seen the Meg.
When it has that little ass dog and yes, the dog got ate. And then at the end of the movie, you see the dog still alive. And I'm like, really? Really? That was kind of what it was like when they bring back all the people from the support group. It's like, really? The dog had to live in this one? The giant ass
Right.
shark?
You bring all these people back, they've been dead for over a week, and you think bringing them back
Dracula's
to life
blood.
right now? is
Magic
fucking-
Dracula's blood. Magic. Yeah.
No, leave me gone. There ain't nothing I need to see
That was another thing that the head counselor was like. He's like, thank you for bringing us back with the use of Dracula's blood. Although since we were on the other side, I have seen things that people should not have seen. But thank you nonetheless.
See, I was thinking about that part. I was like, I don't like that they brought him back. But then him saying that I'm like, okay.
And it just shows you how ignorant Renfield is, because he's had these generations of almost unlimited power
Yes.
and almost unlimited resources. He talks about, well, our finances aren't what they used to be, but he bought an abandoned hospital. That's not
Yes.
like something you can get for like $20 or anything like that.
No. And finding one is probably pretty hard.
Right.
He's like, but nobody will mess with us here.
Renfield.
So like I said, there's like stuff that I didn't like, but it has things right after it that make up for it. So it doesn't count. It like, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I love this movie.
Like the whole police force was all crooked. The entire police force was crooked.
No. This is where you're wrong. You are completely wrong, Deborah. You're wrong too, because you're agreeing. I'm looking at you.
I'm not agreeing. Aquafina wasn't crooked.
And Aquafina wasn't crooked. Did you see who the other clean cop was?
Her sister
Oh no, her sister was FBI.
Yeah.
The other clean cop was Kyle. There was
Fuck you, Kyle.
There was one other clean cop, and it was Kyle. That's good
Kyle.
writing. That is good writing.
I don't even remember what he looked like. Did they even show him?
He was just, he was
They
just
showed
some
him.
generic background guy.
But you know, right now I don't know why it just popped in my head when she's all mad because they have her doing the DUI lane,
Yep.
and then Toby, is it Toby? Ted. When he runs out of the the car and he has the bags, and he's throwing it.
He's throwing cocaine at her.
And it hits that one cop. And he's like, it's cocaine. It's all in his face.
Well then, and the Teddy
He said, I got a prescription.
yeah, he's got like 20 pouches, and as soon as he runs out, he goes, I've got a prescription for this shit, and he starts throwing it, and he's chunking them one at a time, boom, boom, boom. He's like, that ought to stop you, and she keeps on going. He's like, oh fuck, and then she brings out that retractable club, that asp, and it just chunks it at him, hits him in the back of the head.
He falls to the
Oh.
ground. But the other cop hit him
What
right
a
in the
freaking
face.
idiot.
See, I
Freaking idiot.
the other cop was Adrian Martinez. That was her partner, and and come to find out, he's crooked. He's dirty too, and that was
Yep.
You know what? Not only is Renfield perfect as Renfield, not only is Nicolas Cage perfect as Dracula, I would watch a movie of Bella Francesca Lobo, the mom, Lobo mom.
She was.
That actress, her name is Shorey Agdashlo. That mom, the Lobo mom, was badass. She, as soon as Dracula's talking about bathing in the blood of his enemies and how he wants to kill people and all that, and Teddy's like, you need to meet my mom. You remind me of my mom.
Teddy dumbass. That was stupid.
No, she was evil. She was evil.
Yeah, she was down with it, but that was really, they were going to turn everything over to Drac. He would have ruled everything if they think it.
Yeah.
Like he said, he's like, you're not going to be him. That's what he kept telling him. He said, no, Master said, and he was like, oh
shit.
Oh, shit.
He realized
you're
it.
right.
No, Master said,
Dumbass.
shit.
He's sitting up there snorting caterpillars.
Dude, that was something else. He was like, oh, you like bugs? And then the caterpillar's crawling up his hand. It was a millipede. And then his eyes turn yellow because he's the new familiar. Yep. Dude, this movie's awesome. That's
It
all I
has
gotta say.
everything. Has everything.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
watch
after I
it.
talked to you guys about it, I mean, I you guys have kind of convinced me a little bit more that it was a pretty decent movie. It was okay. All right.
I'm gonna watch it as soon as we hit stop on this podcast.
You gonna watch it again?
This is going into my my monthly, if not weekly, cue of having something just playing in the background.
Oh wow,
Yep.
that's saying something right there.
Yep.
Okay, I mean, I didn't know. Obviously, you guys are sold on Renfield.
Two movies in a row. First, our previous one, Evil Dead Rise, and now Renfield. It's just good stuff. What was the next movie we wanted to do, Deb? And they were like, damn, it's Cobweb's turn to choose. But actually, it was Cobweb's turn to warn us at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The Meg.
The Meg 2.
Mm.
Yeah, that's coming out. Well, we can't. It's not out yet, though. No,
the first one. We said we wanted to do the first one.
Yeah, but there's another movie that I wanted to see. Damn it! I should have wrote that down.
Oh, what was that one? It was like, was that Comet or something like that?
Night of the Comet. We also have to do Army of Darkness.
Oh yeah, we got to get this stuff knocked out, man. We got to record more. We got to do more. Because people, they've been asking about this stuff. You know, we got to stay busy, Josh. I mean,
yeah, I agree. I concur. I Steve Kerr completely.
You Steve Kerr?
Yeah.
Steve Kerr?
Yeah.
Steve Kerr was the man in Chicago.
Yeah, he's pretty cool down here in San Antonio also with the Spurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's okay.
Got a lot of rings. A lot of rings.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, he was no Dennis Rodman, my favorite basketball player of all time.
You think Kerr get into Hall of Fame?
He's not? All right. We're not going to talk about Steve Kerr during Cast in the Pod.
Why are we talking about everything else?
So I do want to point out something. I don't know if we pointed it out in a previous pod or if it's something that we were talking before, pre-pod or post-pod. I don't want to say off-pod because our cousin Cast has their own off-pod. But, shit, what was I going to say?
I don't know. The world may never know.
I completely lost it. I am having a pod moment.
It's okay, Josh.
Because I can't remember if I said it
we'll get around to it.
See, I was thinking so hard if I had said it on a pod before that I forgot to think about what I was thinking about. It's like podception.
Maybe if you keep pressing on your forehead like that, it'll just make it like come through.
I tell you, that's why I want this tattoo on the back of my hand right here. So
Oh,
I completely forgot. Forget it. We're not even talking about it anymore.
It's all good.
Is it time for the calculator of doom?
Yes.
Yep. Hey, did you get the music for it?
For what?
The calculator of doom.
What calculator of doom?
You were supposed to have some infamous noise for the calculator of doom as it comes up.
Dun dun dun. Does that count?
Oh man, look, another production.
All right, I'm gonna go first today. No. Whoever's doing the end first goes first.
Right. So I go first today.
Yes, sir. It's your turn, my friend.
I was thinking about this movie. At first, I was giving it like a solid.
What?
I was gonna give it a 6.
Uh-huh.
And then after I talked to you guys a little bit more, sometimes, a little bit more enjoyable. You kind of remember things, that, oh, okay, yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty funny or something. I'm going to have to give it a 7.5.
7.5 from the Cobweb. All right. That means, Deb, you're next since you were the Warner last week.
I give it a 9.5.
9.5 plus that takes it to a 17, right? I give this movie a 35.
What?
We can't do that.
No, we only have
No,
goes up
what
to 10.
you know?
Since
Right.
since both of y'all were bringing in the point system, I'm gonna give this movie a 9.7. Damn near perfect movie.
Whoa.
And Josh doesn't really give that many.
Damn,
Nines.
damn near perfects. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So-
a pretty high rating you gave this movie. I mean, yeah. I mean, it was enjoyable. I mean, a lot of people are going to like it. I mean, I'm
So-
not going to front on that.
So due to my high 9, Deborah's high 9, and Cobweb's ridiculous 7.5,
Hey,
Renfield.
You better be glad I was going to give it less than that.
Man. Renfield, the 2023 instant classic of a movie, gets an 8.9, which if you round it off on the rounding system, it's a 10.
What?
Yeah, 8.9.
It's 10.
You either round down to 5 or round up to 10, and it's closer to 10.
Then it is 5.
Yeah.
You missed a whole
This is
number.
a debacle. Yeah, this is not working.
Hey, I'm a podcaster, man. I'm not a mathematician and shit.
You're not a mathologist.
Yeah, we never claimed that.
Yeah, I'm not a
Mathologist.
mathologist. Yeah.
You're a podcastologist.
I was back in the day whenever anything was math related or arithmetic related. It was great to mix letters in there. Fuck, that's math. It's not. Yeah, it is algebra. It's not alphabets.
Oh man.
I don't care what
Oh my god.
X or Y. What?
It's okay. It's okay. How you doing over there, Deb?
I'm good.
I take it back, because if we have X amount of podcast patroneer pod people, that gives us Y amount of money. But we're not podcasting for money. We're podcasting for the love of movies and our camaraderie. That's why we podcast.
Yep.
And if we happen to make
I thought
money,
it was,
what?
that's wait a minute. Well, then I'll just if you guys share that.
No, it's
No,
correct.
it's good.
I didn't say
Oh,
it.
okay.
I didn't say it.
I'm just saying when
Josh is saying it.
I'm just saying when we get
Deb, you said you signed up for it like this.
millions of Patreon pod people.
Hold on. I didn't say it. Josh said it. And since we're married, I take his half. So.
Oh. Yeah, there you go. You was gonna get it anyway.
What? No.
Yes, you
I've
was.
got something here that completely trumps what she just said.
What?
What?
It's something neither one of y'all have. It's an extra 0.1%.
And that belongs to me.
No,
'Cause
no,
we're
no,
married.
nope. We ain't married on in this podcast. It's for better, for worse, for
Man.
richer or poorer. No, I didn't hear no pod shit. They didn't say nothing about giving
what's
50%.
yours
I'm not
is
getting
mine.
involved. I
What's
don't know
yours is
nothing.
mine. What's mine is mine.
I don't hear this.
As soon as I get my vampire powers, Deborah, I'm shit. Then you tell me about that. You get 50% of this boot.
Okay.
How come everybody quit laughing?
Because I was drinking water.
Because I ain't getting involved, bro. I'm over here living fabulous. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't like the couch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going out there.
We don't
The
even
thing,
have a
I got a
couch.
back.
We don't. Oh, shit.
Well, you SOL, my friend.
Oh, man. So I think we're done. We got to start talking more about these movies.
We were talking.
We did talk a lot about the movie.
The whole podcast about the movie.
Did you hear Brendan's breakdown
Yeah.
of Predator? That was good stuff. That was all professionally done and everything. I heard that and I'm like, that was pretty cool.
I mean, it's cast to the pot.
Yeah. He was
I mean,
nice.
everybody steps their game up.
Except us.
They do.
I was building to a punchline that I figured one of y'all would. I was gonna lob it. Y'all were gonna for the alley oop, but neither one of y'all caught on to it. So we'll just skip that conversation until the next part.
Okay.
Till the next
The
part.
next.
So did y'all listen to Chucky's podcast?
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Yes, I did listen to Chucky's
So,
podcast
any
and my ear hurt.
Any pod people that want to listen to Chucky, you can find him just about everywhere you find us. And his podcast is called A Scary Movies. And he thinks it's
Dude.
because it's like email, but it's because like a bunch of my cousins and one of my brothers, he says a scary, and when he goes through the drive-through, he orders a Sprite. And I tried explaining it to him. I'm like, bro, this is how you say it. And he just thinks it's a modern futuristic E. And I'm like, email isn't even futuristic anymore. Email is old.
He is what he is, man. I listened to his episodes. You know, they're not that long. You know, I think I blazed through them all in like about 7-8 minutes.
All of them.
And you know, I mean, he's trying.
That's
I mean, it's
See-
just, you know, it's Chucky, man. I mean, you got, if you want more Chucky, man, you got to go listen to his stuff, man.
See, that's a good thing though, because we do more of a long form podcast where anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes long form. And Chucky is Chucky form with 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes at the most. So yeah.
Yeah.
And the good thing about him doing his own podcast is he's not here on our podcast.
Ooh.
Why you gotta be mean?
You know what? No, I understand now.
He's not going to hear
And I'm
this.
cool with that.
You're cool with it?
Right. He's got other stuff to do.
You know,
Yeah, I'm
he
cool
thinks
with
he's a superstar now because he recorded a podcast. He
Whoa,
doesn't
whoa.
he doesn't know any of the numbers. He doesn't know if he has any hits or not.
How do you know? Wait a minute. How much time do you spend with Chucky? Because I'm getting kind of, I'm telling you, I'm not feeling this. I feel like we're being cheated on, Dad.
I don't know.
I know how it feels.
One of the main reasons why we weren't able to pod yesterday was because I did have to have a conference call with Chucky and his mom.
And his mom.
His mom.
Chucky is 32 years old, but his mom insisted on knowing what her mijo, her son, was doing.
We want to make sure that he wasn't
Can't say anything.
that he wasn't like doing videos for some stranger.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. This dude right here. I ain't got. Josh, you way too involved in these dudes' life, man.
I am a producer.
Right. Come
And-
on.
I am a director. And anybody that is under the umbrella of Hybrid Media Productions or Ecoside Productions, I take care of. And I do not like Chucky. I'll say that right now. But he is now under my tutelage and under our umbrella of production companies. So I got to look out for him.
Dude,
And his mom.
have you hugged Treesus today?
No, I did not. I did not commune with Treesus today.
Because Treesus would have whispered in your ear, "Them fools is crazy."
Y'all know Treesus is a tree, right?
I don't know. You go and hug
right.
him. You're the one hugging him.
Metaphorically, Deborah.
No, you said you go outside and hug him.
All right, so we got anything else to say? I think we're done.
Yeah,
Why you mad?
pretty much. Before you get any more trouble.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So, you know what we didn't do?
What?
I can't believe y'all let us go this far in the pod without saying that if you want to call the podcast, this is how it started with Chucky. This is how Brendan left his great breakdown of Predator. Call 786-763-2278. That's the hotline number. 786-763-2278.
Yeah.
Tell us what movie
Yeah,
you want us
please
to
do
talk
that.
about. Leave a message. If you want to say something for everybody else, the millions and millions of cast of the pod fans, you want to get your message out to them, leave us a message. There you go. You're more than welcome to.
You can
then
text us too.
Yeah, send a text. The day that it becomes too many messages to say, and then it's like, okay, well, you know, we got to take care of our Patreons first.
I'm not worried about it.
It's going
We got nothing but podcasting to do.
Yep.
Did I tell you that I had a wisdom tooth removed? I'm all talking to you injured right now. This is what I do for the pod. I bleed for the pod.
Jeez.
Feed for the pod.
Yeah. Missing
Yeah.
my last wisdom tooth and everything. I mean, it was like 3 or 4 days ago, but still, it's the principalities.
Let me ask, with all your wisdom teeth gone, do you feel less wise?
I feel wiser because the wisdom teeth were absorbing my wisdom knowledge, my wisdom power.
Okay.
That's what wisdom tooth do. They block your wisdom.
They block your wisdom.
Yes, I now have the capacity for unlimited wisdom.
Well, yeah, because it like keeps it contained.
Yeah,
Like it keeps your wisdom.
no
contained.
tooth can hold me back.
God. It's worse. Jesus.
You know why y'all have a problem with my wisdom teeth?
I don't have a problem with your wisdom teeth.
Yes, y'all do, and you know why?
Why?
Y'all can't handle the tooth.
Boom, boom. Oh.
Off the top of my
Oh.
dome right now. Just that's why
Oh
I'm
my gosh! I got to go upstairs and get some butter.
for that burn.
No, for the corn, the corniness of that joke.
That's why God made me bald. It's my aerodynamicy because it just comes right off the dome like that.
Deb, how do you deal with this on a regular basis?
I still have my wisdom.
Oh man.
I don't know. I don't.
So I mean, at one point, are we gonna change the podcast around? Maybe have some extra episodes? Because like I've noticed recently, we've talked less and less about movies, and then just bullshitted.
What's wrong
Bullshit.
with that?
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying
People
if we
like it.
maybe want to add an extra one in one time where we're not talking about a movie, but we're just like talking shit.
Josh,
I can do that.
we're doing good. I'm happy doing this. If we're using content, we're using content, man.
Man, Cobweb don't.
We're
never
talking
wanna
about
do
movies.
nothing.
I want to do everything that relates to me making money.
Yes. Yes.
I'm with you, Cobb.
shit. Yeah, right.
All right.
You know, I do appreciate everybody's time, though, for real. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it all. All you guys that show up, that hit the like buttons and do everything and comment on the post
leave
and
the
all that stuff.
5-star reviews on Apple. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I can't say much how grateful I am for that stuff because you don't have to do it, but you do it anyway. And it's very encouraging.
I was checking.
It keeps
the
us
rating.
motivated to keep going.
Yes, it does. That's the truth, not the tooth. The truth. But
Nothing but the truth.
I was looking at our podcast rating on Apple the other day. I was looking for our 5-star ratings, and I was surprised to see how many 5-star ratings our listeners have given us.
For real?
Really?
Yes, not a damn one.
No.
Wow.
I was like, really?
Jeez.
I was getting
Do we
happy
have
there.
any stars?
We have no, we don't. I'm not gonna lie. Nobody has given us any star ratings.
Oh, okay. That's enough. See, because I don't have that Apple stuff, so I don't know. I don't check on that. But since look, hey, y'all got to get up on y'all stuff. Y'all got these iPhones out there. Y'all need to get up and give us a 5-star rating. Don't be playing around. Okay, that's it.
Get on your cousin's iPhone, give us a 5-star rating under their account. Get on your baby sister's friend's neighbor's ex-girlfriend's roommate iPhone, give us a 5-star rating right there. Yeah, I know we're always asking.
Maybe you get a magnet for free.
I know we're always asking for like Patreon pod people money and all that, but this is something you can do for absolutely free. While you're just sitting there bullshitting and be like, here, let me see your phone real quick. And just Cast the Pod. 5 stars. Best podcast ever. Yeah, that's all you gotta do.
They should do that.
And then put in a comment right there. I love Cast of the Pod, especially Mr. 33.4 Josh.
You know
Josh
what?
is the
See, there he goes
highlight
again.
of Cast the Pod.
Deb, get him. Just get him now. Get your boy.
All right, y'all. I think
Just get him.
I do want to point out all three of us in the different parts of the country that we are in. We had some long days and a previous long night and a previous long day and all that. So we're a little sleepy today, and if it's showing on the pod, then you're listening pretty good that you caught on with that shit, because we were just trying to hide it. I thought we were doing pretty good about that too. Like nobody would have known if I wouldn't have said nothing.
There he goes again. What the heck are you talking about, man?
What are you
He
talking
needs
about?
to be Deb, get your boy.
I'm sorry, I'm asleep.
All right, y'all.
What?
I fell asleep. Sorry, guys. I'm back.
I am literally. What's the word that I'm looking for? What is it when you're so tired that you're tired beyond tired?
You're hanging on by a string.
I used to go like back in the day, like 3-4 days awake before I started seeing stuff, and now if I'm up 16 hours straight, it's like, why is the wall moving? What is it? Why do I have more eye squigglies than normal? You know what eye squigglies are, right? Like when you rub your eyes and then you see like the little seahorses and all that floating across your eyes. The sea anemones. Yeah.
Anemones.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and end today's episode. Podweb. Cobweb. You take the lead for today, sir.
Oh, this is Cobweb signing off for Cast of the Pod today with Josh, Deb. You've been warned.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.